Please welcome Jacqueline Flam, Rene Verdura Chief Marketing Officer.
Good morning. Thank you very much to INTERCOIFFURE for having us here to talk a little bit about Rene Verdura and the business of scalp. So as many of you might know, Rene Verdura has been in the business of scalp for over 60 years as a pioneer in both in-salon as well as at-home scalp treatments. So we thought it was specifically a good subject matter now, seeing how dynamically the category is growing. And we've seen unprecedented interest from both professionals as well as retail consumers in the business of scalp, in scalp treatments, and also in at-home care. And so I'm going to talk you through some of the points today of how to build this business. So going through 5 topics today in the next 15 minutes or so, we're going to talk about why scalp treatments, the scalp treatment opportunity that exists for all of you here in the room, what scalp treatments can do for you and your clients, some amazing case studies and success stories from 3 key salons that we do business with today, as well as the Rene Verdura offer and our portfolio. So first, starting with why scalp treatments. So people are embracing wellness. We're seeing wellness infiltrate all areas of our lives, from what we eat, and I'm sure many of you have seen these changes in your own lifestyles, eating more organic, non-GMO, perhaps even going vegetarian or vegan, to what you're putting on your skin and on your hair. And I think in the US specifically, consumers, perhaps for the last 20 years or so, have seen this trend change the way they think about skincare. So if you think about skincare as a category, and perhaps makeup and how it relates to skincare, people still value and see the importance and the everyday need for what makeup means to a woman's way to get dressed and feel good about herself. But now people understand that also skincare is a critical component for establishing a base and a foundation for good care for herself. And I think we're seeing the same thing happening now in hair care. Hair care is really becoming, like skincare, more about regimens and taking care from the inside out. In a December 2017 article in WWD, they coined the term skinification of hair, and I think it just beautifully sums up what we're seeing today happen within hair care, which is it becoming more about regimens and about routines, and we're seeing products like masks and scalp oils and treatments and scrubs being more interesting to the consumer, as well as gaining ground inside salon services as well. So really it's about more holistic and tailored well-being solutions for not only the hair, but from tip to toe. And scalp care is really the new hair care. Consumers are embracing hair care routines that include multiple steps and also having more targeted product formats that are really borrowed from skincare. So again, this idea of having a more than styling regimen that whereas for many years when you talk to an American consumer about what hair care means, she would immediately think about hairspray, about styling, which still holds tremendous, obviously, value and need within the industry and within salons and within people's medicine cabinets. But now there's also this need and this awareness that perhaps there's more to good and beautiful hair than just styling products. And really it is about what you put on the hair that helps it to grow, but also that the scalp is a foundation for beautiful hair, which has been the mantra for Rene Verdura for over 60 years. So talking about some headlines that we've seen in the news in just the last year or so, I thought it was specifically relevant to look at what has been in the media when you think about scalp care for the last year or so. So from magazines like Elle, skincare for your scalp is a thing now and it's going to totally transform your hair, to New York Magazine's The Cut blog, it's time to take care of your scalp. It's making headlines throughout all areas of media. WWD, the latest hair trend, which is head spots growing in the US, and scalp facials being the new blowouts. And it goes on and on. Even Salon Today, our own industry publication, 3 good reasons to add scalp treatments to your salon menu. So we're seeing the idea of scalp really resonating throughout the industry, throughout the media. And when we talk about the scalp treatment opportunity, so this is some information from Klein from first quarter 2019 from in-salon sell-through of the top 10 fastest growing US salon services in Q1. So if you take a look at what's bolded here on the slide, what I think is very interesting is to see that 4 of the top 10 fastest growing treatments in salon services are actually related to the scalp. Number 2 being thinning hair treatments. Number 5 being consultation services. Number 6, scalp treatment. And of course, number 8 being clarifying treatment. So again, all related to scalp. So it's important to see that what is really dynamically growing in salon is scalp. So starting with thinning hair treatments, which is very near and dear to our hearts here at Rene Verdura, growing plus 22.4% year over year in first quarter. It's a critical area of focus for many salons and for many of you in the room. But still, there's a great opportunity to grow and enhance the services that are both in salon as well as the take-home products. Hair loss affects over 80 million Americans, and 46 million adult women in the US face hair thinning loss. And that constitutes roughly 40% of the American hair loss sufferers. Many people don't realize that. When you think about hair loss, what might come to mind quickly for you could, of course, be men. But 40% of those sufferers are women, and we know that those women are sitting in your chairs. And what is critical about that is understanding that thinning, it's not only hereditary, but also related to sudden hair loss. So as our lives become more stressful, as unfortunately more and more of us are touched in our lives by cancer and chemotherapy and other treatments that, of course, impact our hair and create thinning and hair loss concerns in many women's lives, it's critical that consumers are looking now for a more natural, yet also more effective solution to their hair loss concerns. And the question really becomes, who is she turning to? Is she turning to her hair guru, who's getting her cut and color services as her expert in this matter, or is she visiting a physician or other? So it's really up to us at INTERCOIFFURE to understand what the opportunity is for having those conversations about thinning in our salons and in the chair. Consultation. And this one somewhat surprised me. Of course, it's something that we preach and pride ourselves on at Rene Verdura, but it's something that also is growing extremely dynamically, according to Klein. So plus almost 20% year over year, it's the 5th growing US salon service. Consumers are really searching for customized solutions to meet their specific needs. And so what is a consultation? In some of our salons, it's a service that's booked completely separate. It's something that could be offered to first-time clients to be able to better understand their hair concerns, and it goes much deeper than just cut and color. It's also about the health and well-being of their scalp and of their lengths, and to understand how they take care of their bodies, diet and nutrition, and how that impacts their hair health. At Rene Verdura, we use a specific capilloscope, which is an iPad with a tool, which you can see on the screen here, which allows us to have a really diagnostic approach to scalp as well as to hair and allow the conversation to be more open because the client can also follow with us and understand what we're seeing, whether that be concerns like thinning, like we just spoke about, or it could be dandruff, it could be oiliness or excessive drying, it could be hair breakage or something more cosmetically related. So there's a lot of issues why people might be more engaged in a consultation. But it is critical to gaining that integrity and the credibility of the salon to be able to offer a more hearty consultation, to be able to grow that conversation about not only in-salon scalp treatment services, but also about the appropriate at-home care, to be able to make sure that the recommendations that are being made are going to lead to the best possible outcome for our clients. And scalp treatments, plus 19.1%. Year over year. It's the 6th fastest growing US salon service. Consumers are embracing scalp treatments as part of their overall wellness routine. And scalp treatments can mean a whole breadth of different things to different people. In some of our salons, it could be a more enhanced shampoo experience. In other salons, it could mean a 30, 45, or even 90-minute service that's complete with specific scalp massage, specific oils to be able to get the results that the client is coming in for. And of course, it means amazing relaxation. I hear from many clients and salons that the best part of course, visiting the salon perhaps is the shampoo with that specific moment of relaxation for the massage. And so having an enhanced, kind of more spa-like service on the salon side of the business offers that moment of zen, and again goes back to that idea of wellness, of holistic taking care of myself from tip to toe. So of course, you're going to get the great cosmetic benefits from scalp treatments, but you also take care of yourself and have the great benefit of relaxation and massage. So what can scalp treatments do for you and also for your clients? So of course, increased service sales. So when we look at Rene Verdura business partners, we see that they on average do about 10% of their service revenues in scalp. So if I told you that you can gain 10% in service revenues and about 20% in retail sales revenue in 2020 as a result of incorporating scalp into your menu, hopefully that would be something that could be interesting to a lot of you in the room. And increased service sales, it's about raising the bar for services outside of traditional cut, chemical processing, and styling to help to expand the menus to include scalp treatments. And increase retail sales. So like I mentioned, on average, Rene Verdura salons that are, of course, having the complete offer of scalp oils and treatments, as well as scalp scrubs, perhaps at-home masks and serums, will see about 20% of their revenues coming from, for at-home retail sales, coming from this segment alone. Clients continue to see the value in customized at-home product care to maintain the health of their hair in between treatments. So regardless of whether or not they're coming into the salon for salon treatments, they're still engaged and do it themselves at home and maintaining that beautiful result. And of course, increased client loyalty, and this is a big one. This is a biggie, because driving retention to boost client self-confidence by treating their specific needs and concerns is really allowing them to feel like their best self. So making sure that the client's needs are met, whether that is about hair loss, whether it's about excessive oiliness or dryness, about split ends or about breakage, or any other concerns that she might have, if you're able to adequately address these concerns, there will be a tremendous amount of increased client loyalty. And I should mention client loyalty also comes with increased visits to the salon. Because typically, on average, consumers that are booking for scalp treatments are booking them outside of cut and color, which means that you're driving enhanced visits. And scalp treatment success stories. We shared 3 amazing success stories from some of our partners, this one being from Mason Alexander in Greenwich, Connecticut, who says that when guests experience a scalp treatment at Mason Alexander, the rebooking rate is an incredible 90%. So people are happy when they leave their chair. And they want to come back to be able to see enhanced benefits, but also the great feeling that they're getting from getting the scalp treatments. Sugar House Day Spa and Salon in Alexandria, Virginia say we also explain, especially with thinning treatments, that consistency is key. They have to understand that just like skincare, in order for these treatments to work, they must become regular regimens in your life. And lastly, and this one is specifically interesting in terms of the financial impact, Cooper Alley Salon in Northern California says one of our stylists increased her income $25,000 a year by recommending Rene Verdura hair loss treatments. Not only do they significantly increase their income, they also give clients the opportunity to feel better about themselves, and truly, there's no better way to cement client loyalty. And I couldn't say it better than that. The financial ability to earn is there, but also, more than that, the client loyalty piece is tremendous. So why Rene Verdura? Obviously, we've been around for 60 years. We're 60 years young, over 60 years young. So this is a brand that's really been sustained by a lot of incredible pillars. So it's a professional hair care brand, which has an exclusive distribution model within salons, professional salons. We are the undeniable hair and scalp expert. And Rene Verdura, who was a real visionary stylist in Paris in the 50s, he really cemented his reputation as a scalp expert, launching an amazing line of products, but also really focusing on, at the time, bleach blonde hair that he was treating, making sure that the scalp was healthy to be able to ensure healthy hair. Botanical Expertise. So not only do we use plant extracts in all of our products and essential oils, which is, of course, trending right now as well with all of the care and consideration that we're giving to what we put on our hair and also on our skin, but all of our formulations, all of the ingredients that are used by Rene Verdura are proven. So they're clinically proven, which is a critical point of difference for our brand. customized rituals, and we'll talk about that in a minute, but everything is very personalized to the customer and to the person that you're treating to make sure that you're going to get the best results possible. Backed by pharmaceutical expertise of Pierre Fabre, which is our holding company, and this also is a huge point of difference, is that again, with all the clinical nature of the products, we really stand behind what we're offering to have the greatest results possible for the client, with proven results and really continuous innovation, not only at the at-home products, but also in salon. We have a tremendous ethical commitment. Before it was something that we spoke about loudly, it was something that we've been doing for over 60 years, which was really allowing for fair trade production of our key active ingredients around the world. And lastly, our humanitarian initiatives. So this one is something that we don't talk about too frequently, but a percentage of all profits and proceeds from Rene Verdura products that are sold and from in-salon treatments that are done go to support our humanitarian initiatives around the world in the Pierre Fabre Foundation. And Rene Verdura is actually owned and held by a nonprofit organization, which is Pierre Fabre. So those are really some things that I believe really differentiate the brand. In the heart of Paris, you have the Rene Verdura Institute, which was, again, established by Rene Verdura's stylist himself in the 50s. It's in the Madeleine district. If you're ever in the area, you should absolutely stop by, not only to take a look, as it's a beautiful facility that both consumers and clients can get, obviously, scalp treatments. It's completely dedicated to scalp treatments, but also where pros can get educated on the brands and on the specific techniques that are used by Rene Verdura experts around the world, whether that be massage techniques or ways of treating and diagnosing the hair and the scalp. And in salon, we have many different types of rituals that we offer for our salon partners to be able to enhance their treatment menus, whether that be for scalp detox, for sensitive scalps, for hair loss, or for color protection. And this really helps to speak to many of the concerns that we see from clients around the country. And we have one of the best scalp certification processes in the industry, where we have full-day programs to come in to help to train your staffs on how to integrate scalp treatments into your menus to ensure that it's done with success. So full training and sales training to make sure that when we launch scalp in a new salon, it's done with the greatest, highest level of success, whether that start from the education of the front desk person to making sure that the people who are actually doing the scalp treatments are highly qualified and knowledgeable about how to do them and how to diagnose the scalp and the hair, which is hugely differentiated in the industry. So again, thank you so much to INTERCOIFFURE for having us here. We welcome you to stop by our booth later on today to learn more about Rene Verdura and about the scalp opportunity in your salon. Thanks so much.